Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we would be so long? Wouldn't it be nice if we were shoulders and we did be better?
A couple months back, a Irritator figure was showed off for the DINO Trackers line, and I remember when it was originally shown off, I actually really liked it. Now with it in hand, despite it being shorter than a midget, I can say it's probably one of the best figures to come out this year. It's like the Mega Raptor, it's just that good. Hey! One of my favorite things about the figure is the sculpt that it has. I think that it looks very, very good, and it's a very big upgrade over the previous Irritator we have. Not to say I think this figure is bad, but compared to this new one, it definitely looks like a piece of shit. Really, compared to any of these new Spinosaurs that we've gotten over the last year or two, this Irritator blows them out of the fucking water.
Bombastic
criminal. By far, the biggest improvement they've made is the tail. Every single Spinosaur they've tried to make with this fin tail thing since the Spinosaurus 2020 reconstruction has sucked.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
I'm happy to report this one does not suck. However, I do think the scales they put there could be a little bit smaller. Of course, the figure does have an action feature, which I really don't like. You have to press this button side to side for the head to do this. I think it would have been a lot better if the head just moved forward and bit down instead of this weird and goofy dance. Another weird detail about the figure that I think isn't a bad thing really, it's just kind of bizarre, is the fact that its arms are friggin' massive. In the proportion to its body, these arms are longer than its legs, which I know is kind of like a Spinosaur thing, but still, it was not this exaggerated. When it comes to the face, I really like the looks of pretty much everything here, and I think it's a much bigger improvement over the weird, more flat-shaped head of the original. I specifically like the much bigger crest. It makes this appear like it's either a more dominant male or maybe just some other form of sexual dimorphism. Either way, it's good. One thing I do like better on the original is the feet. These new ones are much bigger for whatever reason. Probably to support the tail, which is really heavy on this figure for whatever reason. But there's one more grievance I have with this figure, and it yet again has something to do with the action feature. Most specifically, the button. The paint just cuts off right there and it doesn't ever pick back up. The algae green is just gone. Poof. Even the Elasmosaurus had a lot better paint on it, all the way down to the goddamn tail with no sudden cutoffs. It's almost as if making a good figure is actually possible. But besides that little small issue, I think this figure is actually really good in terms of its paint. The color scheme is very swampy, and I especially like the almost mud-looking stripes it has. The algae green on the face is also a really good color, I just wish we had more of it. And the claws aren't painted, but it's not the end of the world, grow up. But that's my review of the Irritator. I hope you all enjoyed. Personally, I think this figure is pretty underrated. Not a lot of people are talking about it right now. But that doesn't change the fact that it's essentially the DINO Trackers Mega Raptor for me. And for the uninitiated, that means it's really good. But is there any more silly videos I should make right now? Leave it down in the comment section below, and who knows, I might make it. But I think I must go for now and recite one of America's best classics in my amazing choir voice. Enjoy. What is love? What is love?